Hello there.
Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Ayégun Diary, Ayégun number one.
Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Ayégun Diary, Ayégun number one.
Ayégun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
Ayégun Diary, Ayégun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Ayégun Diary, Ayégun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Ayégun Diary, Ayégun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Máyégún máa wí.
Ayégun Diary, Ayégun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Ayégun Diary, Ayégun number one.
Thank you so much once again for joining me tonight. The Wahala is brewing, and there is a stalemate, and PDP and Labour Party, they said they are rejecting the fake result that they are announcing. I mean, when people who conducted or who participated in an election, right, have their original results, and they are watching their TV, and they are seeing that what they are calling out is so different by so much margins. Well, they couldn't sit back and then watch. They said, I told you, it is almost the hour. Now, the what do you call it? The frustration, the apprehension, and the anxiety is piling right now. The tension is rising because there is no clear winner except for a simple majority. That's a popular vote, rather. By popular vote, with all of the scientifically cooked numbers that are not really matching, Kolu is almost 6 million, winning about 10 states. But the magic that they are really doing, I will explain that to you tonight. I told you, are you really ready for what is or what you are actually getting yourself involved in? You have come far, you say, but in fact, the whole show is just about to start. Now, I have been told that after the Labour Party and PDP walked out of their collation center in Abuja, you know what happened? They said they have started their shopping for a court order to stop the announcement. So the whole scenario right now is changing so fast that some are already believing that 1993 is about to repeat itself. In fact, even worse than 1993. Well, wherever it is, Abiola didn't steal anybody's vote, I believe. I mean, I didn't read about that, yeah? Where he was rejected, there were no violence against those who ran against him, right? But this particular one, it be like say the Wahala is about to start because APC, Egbekegbe responding, they said, Tifnumbu lost Lagos. You didn't say anything. You were like, okay. Right? Shetima lost Borono. Bokwari lost Katsina. Lalong lost in Plateau. Gandola lost in Kano. El Rufaya lost in Kaduna. And it's just almost the same almost everywhere. Yeah? So, where did you get this number? It is called scientific rigging. However, I don't think all sides are ready for what is about to befall Nigeria. APC said they should go to court. If you go on the street to protest, because when they announce Kolu as the winner, if you protest or anything, the soldiers will shoot and kill you. They said that. They said they should go to court. Is that not where they will end it? Go to court. They will rig you. They will say, go to court. Stop shouting. Go to court. Or more. You are not ready. Or maybe you are. Let's go to the collation center where the Wahala started this evening. After the reading and reading and reading. Yeah? But before that, in fact, let's go there. Dinomelaye was the first to raise his voice. He's been over there all the time. He exposed the Ekiti figures that they have now discovered that Ekiti figure was cooked. Right? Let's go to that center. I think we should start from there.
And the INEC made a press statement when uploads were not done. You even said there was no hacking of your server and all that. And everyone sitting there is either a Christian or a Muslim. And you know there was problem with uploading your results. Till this minute I'm speaking, many results have not been uploaded on your server. So you cannot be using justification that votes took place at the polling unit when INEC failed in uploading results from polling units. If you had uploaded those results immediately after vote was casted in each polling unit, we will have access to them and I will not be asking questions here. But as I speak to you, those results were not uploaded for hours. Yesterday, I complained to you, the chairman. I complained to 2 other commissioners, and in my presence, they called the rec in Imo, where even the director of ICT was saying they should use offline to upload. So if results were not uploaded, we as parties cannot be challenged that the process is over. The process is not over because it is faulty. Results were not uploaded, and if those results were not uploaded, we are definitely going to contest the authenticity of whatever presentation is being made here. And finally, sir, I want to challenge any returning officer from any state coming here, because there's penalty for you if you lie or if you alter anything. Tell us before you start your presentation that what you are presenting before cameras, that what you are presenting is what is uploaded on INEC website. Please say that and see if you have given wrong information, you will not go to jail.
Okay. Is there any agent of any party that hasn't spoken? Party agent? No, not.
I'll take you back there, okay? But for context, for everybody who is watching, probably from outside Nigeria, let me explain the scientific rigging here, as well as the cooked figure that they are now announcing as their results. In 2019, yeah, when they had their elections, it was mad with violence, irregularity, rigging, vote buying, and all of that stuff. So between 2019 and 2022, INEC in Nigeria, they submitted a proposed amendment to their own electoral act. In that amendment, they said to stop rigging, yeah, in the next election, once you cast your votes and they count the votes, they are introducing what is called beavers. It's a superb technology. All you have to do is enter the results. Accredited voters, vote, you know that stuff, yeah? Enter them at that spot and upload them. There is no collation or any other what have you that they are, you see, collating and not the rest, right? Those are supposed to be done later. But once you upload the results, original results here, and it's already online, everybody is seeing it, it will be difficult for anybody collating to change the numbers. All right? So do you have, I mean, are you familiar with this popular saying that those who participate, I mean, those who cast their votes, they are not as important as those who count your votes? Are you familiar with that saying? right? So they did what they called amendment to the Electoral Acts. And they published it on their website, INECO. Although the writings are a little bit, what do you call it? They are so tiny. But in their own online website, so INEC, they stated it there that one of the problems noticed in the electoral process is the irregularity that take place between the polling units after the announcement of results and the point of result collation. Sometimes results are hijacked, exchanged, or even destroyed at the polling unit or on the way to the collation centers. It becomes necessary to apply technology to transmit the data from the polling units such that the results are collated up to the point of result declaration. A real-time publishing of polling unit level results on IREV portal and transmission of results using the BVAS demonstrates INEC's commitment to transparency in results management. This commitment is backed by section 47(2), subsection 61, 2, and 5. Section 61, 2, and 5, section 64, 4A and 4B, and section 64, 5 of the Electoral Act 2022, which confers INEC with the power to transmit election results electronically. The system minimizes human errors and delays in result collation and improves the accuracy, transparency, and credibility of results collation process. This is boldly published on INEC website. They didn't stop there. They went on a PR, road trip by reassuring people that if you participate in this particular one, it's not like the old one, it's going to change everything. I think that was the bobo they sold you to join them in validating the fraud, the charade. Here you are. You have participated. Beavers are not working. And guess what? The same INEC just told the people at the collation center in Abuja today that polling unit agent of electoral officers, they were not told to, there is no law that says they should transmit the results electronically. Didn't you notice that when people were uploading their results from southern Nigeria, northern Nigeria just went dead cold? Did you not notice? They were cooking. It's called cooking. Now, when they finally cooked, they started serving all of you in Abuja. I'll take you back there again. Let's start with Dino again.
And the INEC made a press statement when uploads were not done. You even said there was no hacking of your server and all that. And everyone sitting there is either a Christian or a Muslim. And you know there was problem with uploading your results. Till this minute I'm speaking, many results have not been uploaded on your server. So you cannot be using justification that votes took place at the polling units when INEC failed in uploading results from polling units. If you had uploaded those results immediately after vote was casted in each polling unit, we will have access to them and I will not be asking questions here. But as I speak to you, those results were not uploaded for hours. Yesterday, I complained to you, the chairman. I complained to 2 other commissioners, and in my presence, they called the rec in Imo, where even the director of ICT was saying they should use offline to upload. So if results were not uploaded, If results were not uploaded, we as parties cannot be challenged that the process is over. The process is not over because it is faulty. Results were not uploaded. And if those results were not uploaded, we are definitely going to contest the authenticity of whatever presentation is being made here. And finally, sir, I want to challenge any returning officer from any state coming here, because there's penalty for you if you lie or if you alter anything. Tell us before you start your presentation that what you are presenting before cameras, that what you are presenting is what is uploaded on INEC website. Please say that and see if you have given wrong information, you will not go to jail.
Okay. Is there any agent of any party that hasn't spoken? Party agent? No, not you. Your party has spoken. Let's give the opportunity to another person. You have also spoken, PRP. Please take your seat. Let's make this orderly, in an orderly manner, please. Speak, introduce yourself.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Chinemelo Uba. I represent APP. I want to align with the submission of the PDP agent. If we take your submission, Chairman, it may seem what we are here for is mere formality, as if all has been done at the level of the ward, local government, and state. Mr. Chairman, if there is difficulty in why what he's saying cannot be done, you explain to us, maybe we understand. But what he's asking for, to my mind, is very apt. We are here as the final collation center, either to correct what has been done wrongly. We've had complaints from the ward, from the local government, from agents there. If we can upload this year, we serve as a final arbiter, so to say. Thank you, sir.
Okay. If you have any complaints, any documents that you may have, please forward them. But otherwise, we cannot be considering the report from Kwara and talking about matters arising from another state. When we come to that state, we'll talk about matters arising from that state. Which party is that, Alex?
Alex,
go ahead.
ADP.
Yes.
I stand before you and the entire world to support what the PDP agent had said. Because before now, Nigerians have waited, with abated palpitation for authenticity of this project 2023. And the information or the education we had before now is that whatever vote is cast is transmitted upon that time. That is the education we had. But we are now hearing a different introduction of some other phrases like beavers, boycott, or whatever language is used for it. So we needed the party, the collation officer from the state, like it has been asserted, for them to do that. Let them prove to us that yes, at the point of voting, it was transmitted. Secondly, sir, I have read and I've seen that even at the point of election, some personalities in this country showed their ballot paper for the party they voted for.
Representative of the ADP.
Yes, sir.
That is not before us.
Yes, I know, but I'm proactively speaking, sir.
Please, let us focus on what is before us.
Yes, but
the result for the election from Kwara.
I know, sir.
This is unending.
Allow me to land, sir. Allow me to land. Because we are looking at the transparency of the entire system. And if it's the entire system, if somebody shows the party he voted for, that also can be taken as vote buying. And so we have to take care of that, sir.
I wish we can confine ourselves to what is before us, consideration of the report from Kwara.
All right, sir.
Not what transpired.
In summary, I support.
So that's the conversation out there. He was referring to this man, Bokwari, that also violated their own electoral act that they signed. So there wouldn't have been any problem, okay, if they have followed their own law and they make sure that they uploaded the results at the polling unit. So you all know and you have seen what happened. There's no point in, bothering you with repetition. It's rigged, you have videos, you have all of that. But the APC, Egbekegbe themselves, responding, right? In fact, before we even listen to them, I also want you to listen to this other part of the engagement at the collation center. Let's go back there again.
The second agent of the PDP, I think.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Emeka Ihedio. Mr. Chairman, I am one of the Nigerians that have absolute confidence in this electoral process. Mr. Chairman, when there were efforts to undermine the authority of INEC, we stood firmly that INEC must be truly independent. Mr. Chairman, we're talking about the transparency of this process, and we're talking about confidence in the process. I had cause, sir, to engage you yesterday. I had cause to speak to your national commissioners yesterday. I had cause to speak to them this morning about collation and abuse of the electoral process. Mr. Chairman, as we speak, in a number of states, efforts are still ongoing to undermine that process. Result sheet, Mr. Chairman.
I wish you can just confine yourself
Mr.
to what has been presented.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman,
if we are talking about what is not before us, this discussion will be unending. And
no,
we are not here for an ending discussion.
Sir, the point I'm making,
for collation of results.
Mr. Chairman, please, sir. The point I'm making, sir, is that it is clear that there were problems with uploading the results, which is fundamental to where we are. And we are saying it is important that we know, that Nigerians are aware, that electors know that the votes they've cast were properly uploaded and it reflects the wishes of the people from polling units. Mr. Chairman, fundamentally, it is clear to us that in the course of collation officers and return officers were forced by people who think they're more powerful to return results. And Mr. Chairman, it is important that that is addressed.
Excuse me, the former Deputy Speaker of the Federal Republic, please speak to what you can present evidence for, not to stand at the national collation to be making insinuations. Please,
Mr. Chairman,
please resume your seat. Emeka Ihedio, please.
I'll take my seat, Mr. Chairman.
Please.
But the point has been made. Thank you, Mr.
Please
Chairman.
resume your seat. Are there any specific issues or questions relating to the results presented by the Rep. Kwara apart from these general issues? Okay. Scope, Kwara, and the REC, please present your report.
So at that point, they decided to, what do you call it, to walk out of the room. But this was already trending yesterday, even when the results are not in. APC, Egbekegbe, already put it on their website, the final results. I know some of you saw this and they trended very much on WhatsApp. If you go to the INEC website right now, where they are collating all their results, what you are going to get there is less than 50% of the results have been uploaded the third night of elections. Meanwhile, they've already calculated and said, well, you know what I mean? They have the result already. What they are doing is that when everything started changing, they went back to their chart and they started like allocating the figures, right? To the point that what they actually want to achieve is that they need the 25% in, what do you call it, in 24 states. That's all they need. And however they can get it, it's okay. How about we throw Lagos into the rim for, into the field for them. Let's throw in the towers for Lagos. So that would make them so shared up, right? That by the time they will recover, they will now realize what has happened to them. Look at this result. At their National Collation Center, they reported that in this Akwa Ibom polling unit, in this Akwa Ibom ward, Labour Party or so scored 0 of the votes. This is the reported federal government declared result. INEC declared results. For this local government, Labour Party scored nothing in Akwa Ibom. But from just one polling unit in that local government, not one ward, unit. Where is that again? Yeah, I think, yeah. Labour Party scored 135 in that unit. So if you want to understand the level of the rigging, it got to a stage. APC, Egbekegbe, their youth leader, was running mad on Twitter. They couldn't believe what was going on. They needed somebody to come in, but they were walking behind the scene, putting the number where they should be, while everybody is looking for results. They've hijacked some of the electoral officers. Some of them voluntarily actually went to them to go and collect money. In Rivers State, they were paid $200. Those who refused the money or rejected the money, they were chased down. Some of them were beaten blue-black. Eventually, they collected the result sheet from them. Now, this is what is now cooking in Nigeria. So this Dayo Israel was running so mad on social media when the results started happening that he started attacking their own people in Lagos. Yeah, he called them Alatenuje. If I call them Alatenuje, Lepi, Tifun Laurent, Alapama Shishes, jobless freeloaders, they will say I am abusing them. This guy was so mad when they realized what was happening that he started tweeting. It's called like a tweet storm. He called the Lagos Abobaku Salatenujes. If you don't give them money, they won't come out to. Here you get. In fact, he took it a little bit further, and took a latch at at those political appointees in Lagos who lost all of their local government areas. He said any appointee in Lagos who doesn't deliver his word on the 11th of March should not bother coming to Alausa. This guy is, But after that, when he calmed down, he started tweeting in Yoruba. Yoruba Ronu, Jesu Obaiye is coming. Started speaking in tongues right now. And to them, it seems it's working. So what they have done is this. Let me explain that to you in a simpler term. Simple terms, right? Nobody wanted APC Egbekegbe. That's for a fact. And if you should see any real people who wanted APC Egbekegbe, it is not because APC has something to offer or anything, but because they fell for the inducement of APC. Except for that, nobody wanted them. But they prepared themselves for something, which is, we will shovel the whole state together. I need the 25%. I don't have to win everywhere, okay? 25% here. Then you see the areas where these people are likely going to shun out. Have you seen Plateau State vote? From Plateau State alone, one person, Obi, got over 1.8 million. And when they are doing their collation, Shebi, I told you it was 1.1 million. The final collation from Plateau is 1.8 million. That's exactly what it would have been like in so many parts of southern Nigeria, north central, and in northern Nigeria where they are cooking the figure. They intentionally make sure that, you know what I mean? Obi will get 200. Imagine getting 200 votes in the whole state. Sokoto State, imagine getting 2,000 in the whole state. They are cooked figures. right? And they took their time. Sure you get. But here it is. As much as all of you are like, hey, they are beating everybody in Abuja, oh, hey, they have won everywhere in Abuja, oh. By the time they release the number of the votes in Abuja, now Abuja people, they say, okay, yeah, they won that. Labour Party has won Abuja. But if Tinubu got 25% there, by the time they release the number, now the Abuja people, they are say, we Kilele, what is this? Same thing in the eastern part of Nigeria. People were like, what's going on? They only need 25%. Where a weakest own is to go to the extreme. And it is same. And in Nigeria, this is how it happens. Oh, you will scream rigging. They have rigged also. Rigging. It's rigging. Oh, it's rigging. Oh. They will tell you to go to court. You will go to court and you will spend years there. And then they will tell you, for the sake of national security, why don't you just wait for another election? At least it's just next year, the election now. Why don't you just, And if you no agree, they will say the person won. Well, you know one thing, these guys, this crook, now you think they call them thieves. Hey, ole, they stole our vote. They no get shame. Now you have so much, to really worry about. Every win, win now win. Have you not started seeing how shameless they are? Win and win. No matter. Cry. Go and cry. Give us your tears. Go and cry. And you know what I mean? Go to court. Because as you are talking right now, as we are here right now, in my last broadcast, I asked you, I said, these guys are ready for what is likely going to be the outcome of what they are about to do. And I asked, I said, are you ready for what they are about to do to you? You're about to see a shit storm. Cha, 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 cha. You will see what is called shit storm. And it is brewing. This is when some of you will now know that Bokwari, without saying Bokwari, is not on your side when it comes to everything they have done. You're about to see them. Others are saying that, I trust Bokwari. Olongbe Buhari Mora. You go see film from tomorrow. Because as we are right now, the prediction, the projection of military coup, interim national government, if something is not done and done very fast, this may be the journey to the end of democracy in Nigeria. You've never had one. Sure you get. But this is going to probably make it official. Now, let's go back to that center where every one of them is really raging, and they've left the scene for the APC to continue to entertain themselves there. As usual, Keneri Dino is now fighting for the right of Nigeria. Well, I think he does have the right to probably fight because they worked for Atiku, only that Kolu and his team, they have outrigged them. Did you remember when I said that in Nigeria, they don't do elections? Do you understand? It is pure war. And the war is about who is going to outrig one another. Now, Obi can't enter the whole race, can't expose the whole charade. Usually, you make noise, whether that PDP or APC. Some of you won't be interested anyway. You probably won't be interested as you are right now if there was no Obi there, right? So, Atiku Tinubu, you don't see them, that the body gets accidental. So, when they start rigging themselves out, some of you will just read about it and say, make them do Shiwon Jare, make them do all their nonsense. You won't be this emotional because they lied to you that the election will be free and fair. It will be technologically managed. It will be rig-proof. Nobody can rig it. Now, right before your eyes, they are doing the same thing they did in 2003, Morisiwu time. You remember? And the man that wrote the letter, the man that supervised Morisiwu then, Oban Paro Obashejo, has written a letter right now warning APC that if they don't retract what they are doing, Nigeria will go up in smoke and they will be burned. That's why I said that Oti Mbere, Lord dear, yeah. And the arrest, secret arrest, threat, and the rest, they're about to go full-blown course now. You see that tribal versus tribal war, and these tribal exchanges are all this advice that you have been exchanging on social media in the last 1 year or in the last 7.5 years, especially the worst one in the last 1 year since Kolu became their candidate. Abi, you're about to see the next side of it. Well, let's go back to that center where what's his name again? Keneri Dino was fuming.
That have been done. We are here to check them. But the national chairman of INEC is not giving us opportunity to question what they are doing. He's saying that all has been done, meaning we are just here to rubber stamp. And we are going to prove that we are not here to rubber stamp. We have no other country to call our own but this country. We are going to do everything humanly possible to make sure that the right thing must be done.
What exactly are you going to do now, you and the other political parties?
We have just met now, and we are going to make a presentation by the time we resume. And if they insist that they are not going to respond to us, then you will see the action we will take. But we want to tell you, that we will not allow, having suffered a pain in this country, having suffered poverty, hunger, kidnapping, killings, we will not allow a continuation of failure. We must make sure that the right thing is done. And national chairman is putting his integrity on we are putting his integrity on test. Nigerians are watching. The world is watching. Even the dead are watching to see what INEC will do. But the battle to make sure that only authentic results will be announced here today is a battle of no retreat, no surrender.
Are you planning to stay the walkout?
Well, no, that is exactly what.
Country people, this is now BBC Pidgin, and we just do one sharp interview with Oga Dino Melaye, will be the party agent of the BBC. We just finished to Oga Dino Melaye, will be the party agent of the PDP, People's Democratic Party. For the collation center earlier today, when collation they go on, him been the get small front and back talk with the INEC chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, where him been they request the transmission of the results when they for their server.
That's right. So that was when they staged their walkouts. No, we're not going to sit down here. We're not going to sit down here to validate this. Really? You've already validated it by participating. You must see it through. You know what I mean? And seriously, if you have been on WhatsApp lately, and you have Nigerians on your WhatsApp, if you are watching me from Nigeria as well, right? If you have been on WhatsApp lately, the reactions of the people when they are reading, when they are watching what APC, the abracadabra that APC is performing, now different life entirely. It is for many people on WhatsApp. What do you call that WhatsApp status, Abi? Listen to a few of them. Then I'll take you to the letter that Obasanjo currently published. Baba Oni letter has written another one. This time around, it is not his usual letters. It is a different one that carried a warning that the Nigeria you see today, you may see it no more. Or the APC you see today, you may see no more. Or the APC will actually make the rest of you to be seen no more. Now, in the midst of all of this, let's take a trip to the WhatsApp.
They rig election for your kuru eyes like this, so kuru eyes like this. You get mine, they send me clothes, they send me shoe, they send me palm. Okay, what I want to use the palm do now? But I say you want to die. I don't go talk.
What's up? Oh?
Birthday. Are you not ashamed of yourself that they born you on an angry moment? What is good about the birthday? Are you not ashamed of yourself that they born you when the country is about to break down? Come on here with your birthday. Come on, go and sit down. Nobody's celebrating your birthday. So if your birthday is today, you supposed
birthday. Are you?
I'm telling you, what is birthday? Nigeria is about to burn down. You are posting happy birthday to me. Who cares about your birthday? How dare you come on WhatsApp be talking about come and buy shoe, come and buy this? Are you mad? Waiting they want to take shoe do? You the craze? Okay, here's another one.
Talk say what they post goods available. No only you sell market. They talk say what this country you the post goods available now. You know are you no man? May God punish you for posting that goods available. Talk say what?
May God punish you for personal goods available. People are parrying. Yeah? Maybe you should listen to this too.
I no one know. If you dare my contact list here and you are from Ekiti, from your papa to your mama to una last born, all of una go die. All of una go die this night. Tonde wuru one neighbor. Ekwensu bukwolo dia. I no one know.
That's just to tell you how much people have been compressed and how much they want to get out of that compression, like on that, get out of that oppression. And they are watching APC, Egbe, cooking numbers, and they're about to set Nigeria ablaze. Okay. Nigeria has been on fire for so long. It's just that, if I say this one different, Abi. It's not different. Shut up your mouth, Mayegun. We told you that you will cry. Tears, your tears have just started. When things start fully, when the whole thing, APC, Boko Haram and gang, they have been cooking for all of you. Some of you have been hitting that sad life for the past 7.5 years. Yeah? And this is the time they said the entire Nigeria are cooking for APC. That is, the whole Nigeria said they will cook for them. And APC won't be able to finish eating it. But within 72 hours, then collect spoon. Now them they want to serve now. You just say, well, I no go there. Look at these guys. Normal. There are those who said it is absolute joke for anyone to believe that obedience will actually make any impression. Like, where are you getting all of this from? All of you, social media, this. But when the whole thing started happening, when they started delivering the food from all of you to them, shock sent many of them to God knows what. And they pick up their phone and started typing like, oh, I don't believe, they shock me, I am serious, so they shock me, But at the end of the day, they are supporting the rigging anyway. Now, look at all of this. So if you are not enraged yet, you will be enraged very soon. APC, Egbe, INEC. This is what they collected for your elections. This is how much they collected to organize the sham election that you participated in now, okay? To buy the, wait till be that bonds box. You see this box? Where the box again? Yeah, you see this box where Bokwari, where they put bonds and puff. All these boxes where they buy, and they are still using this kind of boxes for election in 2023. So that they can talk about election snatchers. They don't snatch ballot boxes. So ballot boxes, what's it big ballot boxes? So they have stolen ballot boxes. So in 2023, INEC of Nigeria collected 7.8 billion for those boxes. 2, 5.39 billion for those boxes. Yeah. And to print your ballot papers, they collected 20.6 billion. Printing of resource sheet, they collected 9.5 billion. Only for you to go and participate in a charade that is about to confirm the breakup of Nigeria. Sorry. Obasanjo's letter. In the midst of this chaos, I am going to read this out as usual. Sorry if this is going to be boring for you, okay? That's what we do. I'm going to read it out for the sake of those who prefer to listen than read, okay? So Obasanjo just dropped this. He said, Nigerian brothers and sisters, sir, greetings to you all, okay? I am constrained to speak at this point. I crave the indulgence of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency General Bokwari, to make this, this statement because I have had opportunity to keep him aware of what I know is happening and the danger looming ahead. On many occasions in the past, I have not hesitated to point out lacuna in the action of the president and his government. But as far as the election issues are concerned, the president has proved beyond reasonable doubt that he will want to leave a legacy of free, fair, transparent, and credible elections. Joke. Until last Saturday night, February 25th, 2023, the good and noble plan and preparation for the elections seemed to be going well. For the INEC, a lot of money was spent to introduce bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, and the server for immediate transmission of results from polling units. It is no secret that INEC officials at operational level have been allegedly compromised to make what should have worked not to work, and to revert to manual transmission of results, which is manipulated and the results doctored. The chairman of INEC may claim ignorance, but he cannot fold his hands and do nothing when he knows that election process has been corrupted, and most of the results that are brought outside the BVAS and server are not a true reflection of the will of the Nigerians who have made their individual choice. At this stage, we do not need wittingly or unwittingly to set this country on fire with the greed, irresponsibility, and unpatriotic act of those who allegedly gave money to INEC officials for perversion and those who collected the blood money. Let me appeal to the chairman of INEC. If his hands are clean, to save Nigeria from the looming danger and disaster, which is just waiting to happen. If the chairman can postpone elections 4 days to the election, he can do everything to rectify the errors of the last 2 days. No BVAS, no result to be acceptable. And no upload through server, no result to be acceptable. Where BVAS and servers have been manipulated or rendered inactive, such results must be declared void and inadmissible for election declaration. Chairman INEC, I have thought that you would use this opportunity to mend your reputation and character for posterity. Your Excellency, President Bokwari, tension is building up, and please, let all elections that do not pass the credibility and transparency test be cancelled and be brought back with areas where elections were disrupted for next Saturday, March 4, 2023. And BVAS and server officials be changed rather, to know which stations or polling units were manipulated. Let a committee of INEC staff and representatives of the 4 major political parties with the chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association look into what must be done to have each free elections next Saturday. Mr. President, may your plan and hope for leaving a legacy of free, fair, transparent, and credible elections be realized. Mr. President, please don't let anybody say to you that it does not matter, or the collusion. It does not matter, or it is the problem of INEC. On no account should you be seen as part of the collusion or compromise. When the die is cast, it will be your problem and that of the nation. The chairman of INEC may sneak out of the country or go back to his ivory tower. Your Excellency, thank you for hearing me out. Compatriot Nigerians, please exercise patience until the wrong is righted. I strongly believe that nobody will toy with the future and fortune of Nigeria at this juncture. Well, long live, blah, 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 blah. Obasanjo sounding the warning bell. And immediately he made that statement. They started lambasting him. Who gives a damn about Obasanjo? Is he not an election rigger himself? Did he not miss the opportunity to actually get Nigeria restructured and save us from this trauma when he had the chance in 2005 to give Nigeria the real constitution that actually represents them and their interests? Seriously? Obasanjo was more concerned about his third term. And therefore, every recommendation made from that national conference or national sovereign conference were binned or trashed because of his interest. So, do you see how things, do you see somebody say, you see how miracle no dey tire Jesus? Nigeria is about to explode into a never seen before revolution. And it is different from the way people react to elections in the past. It is brewing. And guess what? Bokwari is ready. Trust me, he's ready. When I say he's ready, I mean, why are the soldiers who are showing off all of what they call their show of force 2 days, 3 days before the elections suddenly disappeared into the dark, waiting to be called whenever the thugs have already when they have already done, I mean, when the DD is already done, Abi? I'll take you back down a bit. Because they know what they are doing, okay? Before the declaration, as they can't really declare anybody right now, but APC, Egbekegbe, with their figure that they have tried to force through the INEC to declare, already. Eniola Badmos, they are already selling what they call the swearing in Kampala. So the swearing in Kampala is for everyone who is going to celebrate the Bala Bulu, the Bulu Bala, and every other thing they are bringing to you. I mean, they haven't won, but they are already ready. And if you don't agree, like Keyamo is here, listen to this. Kolu lost his Lagos, despite reducing the numbers of the oppositions there, right? Rigging them. Labour Party won in Lagos. They rejected the result because they said their total result in Lagos alone, even when they disrupted them here and there, their total result in Lagos is over 1.1 million. Do you know that? That Kolu didn't score 570,000 in the election that they have the result of, which most of us actually have seen, by the way. But it is Nigeria. They will tell you to go and show it to the Supreme Court. No be so. Exactly what they will say. Bokwari lost his state. Gandola lost Kano. El Rufaya lost Kaduna. And they were cooking figures just to make sure that Kolu gets the highest number of votes. And at the same time, the 25% in 2/3 of the country in 24 states. Anything after that, go to court.
The Electoral Act, if you look at section 60 of the Electoral Act, section 60 clearly prescribes the mode by which results are entered step by step until the announcement of the result. In fact, the provisions begin from section 45 all through to section 68. Go and look at those provisions. It talks about manual entry of those results in different forms, from the unit level to the ward level to the local government level to the state level and then to the National Collation Center. That is the provision of the electoral. Take note, in all of these provisions I've mentioned, there has been no provision regarding uploading results to an INEC, to an IREV or somewhere you view the results publicly. It is pursuant to section 70 now, where INEC now said, well, that says that, well, INEC can still make guidelines because the electoral gives INEC powers to make guidelines for the conduct of those elections. It is that in those guidelines that you will now see that INEC makes provision for the declaration of results. Now, before that, even, let me draw your attention to section 68 of the Electoral Act. Section 68 says that when results have been declared, those results will be posted on a site, a public place for everybody to see, and on INEC's website. That is what the law itself says, the Electoral Act. It is after the declaration of results. So, those provisions you then see in the guidelines about uploading results to an IREV and all that, they are not strictly in tandem with the provisions of our law, the Constitution, the Electoral Act. They are arrangements made for INEC for ease of the process. And if you look at all the Supreme Court decisions, there's no Supreme Court decision that has said that the guidelines of INEC override the provisions of both the Electoral Act and the Constitution. In fact, all the provisions, all the decisions by the Supreme Court, all the decisions, it was on the basis of that, if you remember, that the other thing they use for accreditation, what's it called? No, not the other one, the one before now. Card reader was declared null and void by the Supreme Court. That the Electoral Act, that the register is still supreme, if you remember. That is from the Supreme Court, because those provisions, first of all, appeared in guidelines of INEC. But then when people insisted, there are many cases in 2015 and 2019, where litigants who lost insisted that the provisions of the guidelines were not followed. What did the Supreme Court say? Supreme Court said that the guidelines were just for the ease of the process of INEC, that the major provision of the law is as prescribed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Electoral Act. So, gentlemen, what you are seeing going on in PDP is drama without substance. It is drama without substance in law. So, we are ready to meet them anywhere. If they think that INEC's procedure has been subverted, if they think that INEC has subverted the provisions of the law in releasing the results, we will meet them anywhere in court. Because we say that there is no such provision legally binding on INEC. Legally binding on INEC. And that overrides provision of both the Constitution and the Electoral Act. That says that results must be uploaded before they are declared. What the law still recognizes is the manual step-by-step collation until the announcement of the results at the National Collation Center as provided for by law.
That's it.
There is nothing, and let me tell you this. I want you to simply ask the PDP. It's not God, I mean, for the LP, they have called for the cancellation of the results. Fair, well and good. We'll meet them anywhere. But for the PDP, I want you to ask a critical question to all these drama kings you are seeing up and down, making noise without substance. Have you picked up a particular result from a particular state and compared it with the ones your agent submitted? And tell the world which unit has been altered, which ward results have
noted that there have been abuses of incumbency, where those who wish to organise rallies where governors are not of the same party, that they have been hindered in some way. We have seen instances in which there have been intimidation, and therefore we took note of these issues, and these fall well short of international standards that Nigeria has set for itself. And we would encourage these cases to be prosecuted because impunity it discourages people from taking part, and this is not up to the standards of inclusivity that we want to see in these elections. Well, there was two peace accords, in fact, and as you rightly note, there was a peace accord last week, and the sentiments of that peace accord are something that we would fully echo in the European Union, and we want to see political participants making very clear statements and not tolerating the type of intimidation that was going on in certain places. And our observations were that there was intimidation going on and that it was intended to suppress voter turnout, and that's a very serious issue, and it falls well short of the standards that Nigeria sets itself. But there should be very clear pathways to prosecution for those who carried this out. There should be very clear provisions within the Electoral Act about electoral offences and intimidation of this sort. So we would take note of that, and we will be part of the.
No. Yeah. The European Union where that's their own statement. You heard Keyamo. Let me tell you how they play this game, okay? In case some of you are new to this, all right? From tomorrow, every one of you that is going to talk about the rigging that you witnessed yourself, the one that is documented, Abi, from tomorrow, you are going to be accused of incitement. You don't know APC, Abi? You will see propaganda that will turn this whole thing on you. And people will begin to say, why are you trying to burn Nigeria down? Eh? Why is all of you trying to APC? If you say pim about their elections from tomorrow, that they still are is rigging, they will begin to gaslight you. They will say, you are trying to incite people. You are trying to make people fight war. You are trying to destroy Nigeria. Omo, you rigged people. That is you telling them that what can they do? What would you do, Kilemache? What can you do? Try anything, we'll show you. Because a lot of you, who are like, what do you call it? The Buhari idiots. It has now come to light that you are not actually many. If they remove rigging, manipulation, and all these things going on, if they remove them from the whole book, you guys are not many. That is exactly what your elections just showed. You are not many. You are not who you think you are. So what do you think? What are you thinking right now? You are relying on your criminal leaders to use the instrumentality of the state, the weapon of the state, to crush the people that you couldn't crush with your real vote. I mean, I'm just saying, it's a Nigerian thing, But all of you watching me right now, I just want you to know that they will begin to gaslight you from tomorrow. In fact, you'll begin to doubt yourselves as well. And they will drag it on and on and on and on. The only thing that can shock them, I'll tell you, is when all of you realizes that these guys understand just one thing. They understand the show of force. What is show of force? They told you to go back and register to vote if you don't like what the government is doing. Go and vote them out. You started mobilizing yourself to vote them out. Now, they didn't even have to raise any kind of limp. All they have to do is just to clear out whatever you think is coming to you, clear that out, give you another number, then allocate this one to themselves. And if you then think they've done something wrong, go to court. If you can't go to court, then they can call their soldiers to shoot you and kill you. That's how it works. But they won't just